Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been so long since I filmed for you, and I'm sorry. I really am. I didn't want to be one of those YouTubers who just like disappeared for like the rest of the world. I've had a lot going on, some super awesome things, really great positive things, and some like really negative shitty things. Two sides of the spectrum. It's just been a crazy last few months, and when I'm really down, I don't want to get in front of camera because I don't feel like talking about this kind of stuff when I'm really like when I'm having a hard time. I'll probably talk about it in later videos, kind of what's going on, if you guys want to know like more personal stuff. Anyways, some of the things I'm definitely going to talk about, and some of them I might talk about. I'm sorry I still have not put pictures in these damn frames. I should probably move them because I know they look ridiculous, but you know, whatever. I am here today to talk about a haul. Yay! I know you guys love haul videos. They're always the most viewed videos on my channel. I'm really excited. This is kind of a collective haul. Honestly, not a lot of this is like new stuff. I'm sorry if it like seems repetitive. Some of it's stuff I had to buy because I was out. Some of it is brand new stuff to me. Some of it is stuff that's been on the market for a little while. I just now had a chance to go grab it. So it's kind of a collective Ulta and Sephora haul. Without further ado, I'm going to start with concealers for once. The two new concealers that I have tried recently are the Kat Von D Lock-It Cream Concealer in the color Light Neutral 9 and the Too Faced Born This Way Oil-Free Natural Radiant Concealer in Light. If you follow my channel, you know that I've used both the foundations that coincide with these concealers. So I'm going to start with the Too Faced Born This Way because I have always been a really big fan of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I think that it is a great natural but pretty high coverage foundation. It definitely gives you that look that you're looking for. I, of course, had to buy the concealer when it came out. I was so excited because I love the foundation. I wanted to be able to talk about it a little bit, so I wore it twice. I must admit, I'm not impressed. It honestly, to me, feels like they put the foundation in a little tube like this. It doesn't feel like a concealer to me. It doesn't have a different texture. It doesn't have a different consistency. The coverage is very similar. Like if I have dark circles, yeah, it'll like brighten this area, but it'll not cover my dark circles. So I'm kind of really disappointed in Too Faced for not making a better formula on the concealer when your foundation was so good. Why just kind of make a concealer that has a similar coverage? I don't know. You might as well just like pack on your foundation a little bit more. So that was kind of disappointing. I mean, it's not horrible. It's definitely lightweight. It creases a little bit, I think. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get used to a new product. If it's a new formula, maybe it's something different in the market. Sometimes it's just hard to get used to it. So maybe this will be something that I reach for soon enough. But as of right now, no, I'm not a huge fan. So the next one is Lock-It Concealer by Kat Von D. This is a new concealer for her. She has the Lock-It foundation that she apparently has reformulated. I know she's reformulated a lot of her products to be 100% vegan. I think that she was always 100% cruelty-free, but I think some of her products weren't vegan. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the reformulation of her foundation, but I know that during that time she put out a concealer. Typical Kat Von D, really simple packaging, like with the drip. The drip is very big right now. It's like Kat Von D, Kylie Jenner, all of them do product kind of paint drip. This is the concealer I have on right now. I am in color L9, so light neutral 9, and I must say I really like it. It's really nice thick coverage. I would say, you know what it's kind of comparable to is the Tarte Amazonian Clay concealer, except it has a doe foot applicator, and that one's in a squeezy, and I don't like that. I love a doe foot applicator on a concealer, and I just think the applicator, like the way this is designed, is so neat with kind of the clear tube. And it really, it definitely gives you like a nice coverage. The applicator is like more flat, so I like the way it applies. It buffs out really nicely. It doesn't dry so fast that sometimes if you do like one eye and then the other eye, and like if I do my whole face that I conceal, and by the time I like get to this eye, because I kind of go like this eye is starting to set a little bit, and I'm like having to work it a little harder, and that didn't seem to do it today. So that was pretty exciting considering her foundation is pretty drying. So I was kind of, that was a concern I had right away. It was like, all right, is this going to be drying? But no, it was really nice, beautiful on the skin. Another face product that I got is my refill of the Philosophy Hope in a Jar. I had, like I said before, I had a subscriber tell me that it was going out of stock, and I freaked out. So I bought like a number 5, which is like my lighter shade. I run between a 5 and a 6. But it was still at Ulta, so I don't know. We'll see. But yes, I've talked about it a million times. If you want to kind of get a more in-depth review of why I like this foundation, you can go to my foundation routine. I'll link it down below. The next thing I'm going to talk about is a blush. If you come to my channel often, you know that I don't really use a lot of blushes. Like, I don't really, okay, I use blush. I always wear blush, but I don't talk about blushes and I don't haul blushes very often. For me, this was just kind of like I felt the need to buy it. Like, I just felt like I needed to buy a new blush. I haven't been buying blushes. And you know what? I'm trying to think if this color's in my palette for Tarte. I hope not. This blush is the Tarte High Performance Naturals, the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. And it is in the color Risque. I have used these blushes before. I just have not used this color. As you can see, it's a very like mauve-y, very matte, neutral. Almost none of it comes up out of my hand. So I'm a little concerned about like the color being too close to my skin color. Alright, we'll see. It moves in the pan, that's so weird. I don't know how I feel about that. It must be so you can pop it out and put it in a palette. I think it was a new blush that came out, one of the new collections, so I just wanted to see kind of what was up with the new colors for Tarte. Next thing I'm going to talk about are things I've talked about on my channel. I rebought both the brow definer from Anastasia in the color taupe and the brow wiz from Anastasia in the color taupe. The reason I have two different brow pencils, and it might seem a lot for some of you guys, but I do my brows two different ways. I know that sounds really, really silly, but like I have my quick everyday brow, and then I have my, what I call my Instagram brow, which is like my much more defined shaped brow that I use my brow with. I'm actually thinking about doing a video on the two different kinds of brow routines I have, like doing one with the brow wiz and then one with the definer, just to show the difference of like how I don't pull my arch up as much with the brow definer. Like I fake my arch a lot more. Normally I have a nice face full of Botox. I'm 30, I'm allowed to get Botox. But normally I have Botox, and Botox helps to pull up your eyebrow. It like gives you an arch that you wouldn't normally have, and it's like that you're at, my eyebrows look the best when I have Botox. Since I don't have it right now, I definitely have to like fake my arch in there. I know someone's gonna give me shit for like talking about Botox on my channel, but whatever, it's the truth, it's what I get. This right now is with my brow wiz, but then sometimes like particularly my work series videos, I'll use my brow definer because it gives it a much softer brow. In certain situations I don't want a really harsh brow, like if I'm not wearing a lot of makeup or something like that. So that's kind of the difference. If you want me to do a tutorial on how I do them differently, let me know, comment below, and I will do that for you guys. On to eyeshadow palettes, which is for some reason is my favorite thing to buy. I don't know why I love to buy eyeshadows. You guys know I'm not super adventurous on my channel with eyeshadow colors. I'm much more of like a lip color kind of girl. These two palettes have been out for a little while, and I was like, you know what? They've just gotten so much attention, positive attention. I just want to try them. The first one I got is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I know you've all heard plenty about this palette. So it's got the kind of velvety packaging, and according to Norvina, who is Anastasia's daughter, this palette was inspired by the color palette used in modern Renaissance era of painting. I don't know, I'm not an artist, I'm not a historian. I would not know if that's accurate. I just know that that's what she has mentioned before. It's a very warm palette with these very red colors, which is not a normal thing for you to see in a neutral palette, to have these like hot pinks, like Love Letter, and then you have like your good neutrals. So I actually had not opened this palette. I have been so good because I was like, I want to talk about it and I want to open it for the first time on my channel. And then I was like, you know, just kidding, I want to wear it today. So I am wearing today, I am wearing Blonde Fresco on my transition. And then I actually grabbed Antique Bronze thinking it would be a little bit lighter, and it actually turned out to be very dark. I used this Cypress Umber as my kind of outer V shape, and the Bronze, Antique, and Cypress Umber almost kind of became the same color. So I did add this kind of lighter color right here. I did add Vermeer kind of to the inner corners to lighten it up. And then I added Burnt Orange, which is burnt orange, kind of to warm up my crease again. So I pretty much used 4 colors in the palette. And I will say this, there's a lot of fallout when you first put your brush in, it just splatters everywhere. But the payoff in Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows It's so good. Like, I think I realized how good it was today using it because I've been using my Morphe shadows a ton lately, or like some Tarte ones, and it's just like, damn, I forgot how good Anastasia's shadows are in comparison to other shadows on the market. I think that it's just freaking fantastic. I think it's like, they make some of the best shadows for sure. Faux show. The other palette I got is a collaboration palette. This is the Tarte Swamp Queen palette with Graveyard Girl, who is a YouTuber based out of, I think, Louisiana. She's very southern looking. So she's very interesting, kind of like a crazy, yeah, she does makeup, but she does like a lot of other crazy stuff. And so I guess she like pretty much lives in the swamps. They kind of thought Swamp Queen was like the best idea for the name of the palette, which I can totally relate to living in Florida because it really is a swamp here, as much as we try to pretend. The packaging is super, super cute. It has this kind of like, this wood kind of finish to it, fake wood finish and the gold writing, and the product itself is beautiful. I hope the lights aren't blinding you because it's kind of like a gold package. Here we go. I have used this before on this look. I'll show it right here. I really do like this palette. I will say this, I love the shadows, and I'm not crazy about the blush or the bronzer or the highlighter. The highlighter is really glitter, chunky, glittery, and not like not normally the highlighter that I like. It's got too much chunk. I feel like it picks up on your texture really bad. Kind of the same with the blush. The blush is kind of glittery and a little patchy, I thought. So I wasn't a huge fan of what's called Sweet Tea, which is a bronzer, Does This Thing Really Work, which is the blush, and Gator Wings, which is the highlighter. But I was excited about all the shadows. I think I used Sassy Bun, Dogman, and hashtag SFS. So I haven't used like the cooler tones or like the super sparkly tone over here, but so far so good. I really do like it. I don't think it's a palette like you need in your collection. I guess if the blush and the highlighter were like super bomb on their own and you wanted to buy them on your own, then like this would make sense because you would have everything and this would be a great palette to travel with. But I felt like the blush and the bronzer and the highlighter fell short of what I wanted from them. So I was a little about that. I got a refill of the Tarte Tartist mascara because it is awesome and I love it. This mascara is so black and that's what I like about it. I still use my Chantecaille mascara, my Faux Seal Chantecaille, a lot. I use this on days that I'm not wearing false lashes. This is kind of the mascara I reach for. If I'm doing a really natural look, I'll wear the Chantecaille, or if I'm wearing falsies, I'll use the Chantecaille. And I know that sounds ridiculous to use like a $70 mascara when you're putting falsies over, but because it does have the lash conditioning and growth formula in it, I do like to use that when I have falsies on to kind of, I feel like it might protect it more. I don't know, I'm making that up really. I mean, I'm just guessing. This one is a great all-around mascara. I would definitely recommend it. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is the waterproof one. I wish you could see the packaging. It's so cute. It's like little water droplets. So I wasn't a huge fan of the original Too Faced Better Than Sex, or the normal, I should say, Too Faced Better Than Sex, because the brush was so big. This brush is still really big too. But the reason I got the waterproof one is Lustrelux Katie on YouTube said that it is the only thing that like curls her lashes, and her natural lashes look so curly the day she was like talking about it on Snapchat, and I was like, because my natural lashes are long, but they're very straight. And like this eye is like really crazy. I don't know what happened somewhere in my lash growing experience. The lashes on this eye grow like in all kind of wonky directions. So I was like, maybe this will keep it under control. The only bad thing about waterproof mascara is I hate taking waterproof mascara off. Like, it's the worst idea ever. The next couple of things I'm talking about are all lip products. All nude lip products. I know, what the hell, like all nude products. This is like, I said, a kind of a compilation, so I didn't realize that like pretty much everything was nude for the most part. Oops. For the first time ever, I picked up the NYX Soft Cream Lip Cream, and this is in the color Athens. I don't know why I picked Athens, I just grabbed it. I thought it looked kind of like a really nice nude. I haven't even opened it yet. Oh, it's like a really peachy nude, which I'm always looking for a good peachy nude. So I'll let you guys know what I think of the formula. I've heard good things about it. It's NYX, so it's drugstore, yay, so it's cheap. And I'll let you know. I love the NYX lip liner crayon, and I have the color Natural, and I wear it all the damn time, like all the time. So I also grabbed the color Nude Pink, and oh my gosh, it's too pink for this liquid lipstick, but it is very pretty. It's much pinker. So I like this formula. These are very comparable to the MAC lip liners with like not nearly the price tag. I don't know how much this costs, like $6 or something. So these are great alternatives if you're on a budget or you want something quick and you don't want to drive all the way to a MAC store. I really suggest these NYX liners. The next liquid lipstick I want to talk about is the Too Faced Melted Matte. This is their Melted collection, and they made them in a matte lipstick formula. It's in an actual like lipstick doe foot applicator. And this one's called Feeling Myself. This is much more coral. This isn't really a nude, this is a coral. It's not overpowering when you wear it. I really liked it. I got a lot of compliments on it. The only thing I didn't like is it's so drying. Like, it is a crazy drying formula. It just gives you that. If you wear a lot of liquid lipsticks, you know what I'm talking about. There's the ones that are kind of comfortable and move, but then they're not as long lasting. And then there's the ones that like you feel like literally the pigment is being like tattooed into your skin, that you're going to be wearing this for the rest of your life, but it's so dry. That's kind of this one. So I did apply a lip balm underneath and it didn't really help. So I don't know. I think I need to wear a couple more times to really get an idea of how I like the formula, but I love the color. It's just so beautiful. So the next thing I want to talk about was kind of an accidental, like, whoopsies. I think I'll just grab this kind of thing. I got the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Matte Liquid Lipstick sample at Sephora. So you have the 100-point samples. Anything for me to use my points on. So I'm always like trying to buy a little at a time. I ended up getting this liquid lipstick, and it is in the color Swag. And it's the one I'm wearing now. Let me tell you. I will be buying the full-size version of this, and I will be buying more of these liquid lipsticks. So far, I love it. I've been in this makeup for about 4 hours now. I wore it to get my hair done, and I've worn this liquid lipstick. I retouched it really fast, and it's beautiful. I got a lot of compliments on it. The color is so nice. The formula is really nice. It does maybe a little bit I don't want to say crust up, but it like gets that prickly peel kind of thing going after a little while. Just from talking, it moves because it's not super matte. That's uncomfortable matte, and that's kind of the give and take you take in matte lipsticks. Like, you can either have like, I'm so uncomfortable but my lips never change a look, or you can have the I'm much more comfortable, but as I talk and as I move and as it wears, it's gonna change a little bit on my lips. This is definitely the more comfortable. This is kind of like a dose of color formula in my opinion, but it is Bare Minerals, and holy crap, I didn't know Bare Minerals was doing so well, but hey, I'm super pumped. I used to be a Bare Minerals girl. I wore Bare Minerals powder foundation, their mineral foundation, for so long. I was kind of excited to like try something from them because I haven't tried anything, and for it to be pretty awesome. The next thing I'm going to talk about is, and I only got one, I know the collection had 100, but I only got one, is the Vice Urban Decay Lipstick Collection. This collection has 100 lipsticks with 5 different finishes. The one that I decided to buy was a Comfort Matte in the color Unicorn. It is very similar to the Athens lip cream that I put on, which by the way is turned really patchy on my hand. I don't know if you can see that, how much patchier it is than the lipstick. It's very kind of like a pinky, peachy nude. I really like the color. I have not tried it yet, so I could not tell you anything about the formula. I will tell you, they probably have a color for you and a finish for you because there's like 100 of these. I'll let you know how I think of it. So far, it looks beautiful. That was my hair. The one gloss that I'm trying, because I already had the other gloss. That's the problem when you have a lot of makeup. You just forget what colors you bought. The color that I bought is the Buxom Full On Lip Polish in the color Sandy. If any of you have tried Buxom, Buxom is the ones that make your lips tingle. They're kind of like the plumper effect. But I actually like the way that lip glosses are, the formula. I just wanted to get like a really nice, pretty nude kind of gloss in their formula, because the ones I use, see it down there? So the ones I use for the most part are the little samples that I have, and I use them a ton actually, so I was like, you know what, it's time for me to bite the bullet and buy a big size version. So I wanted to buy that. So I just took the swatches off, and that's always, in my opinion, like kind of a good test of like how long wearing the colors are gonna be. And definitely the Too Faced was the hardest to get off. When I have to take the olive oil out is when I know a liquid lipstick is hardcore. So the skin things I have, I wanna talk about. First of all, I'm really into sheet masks right now. That sounds just so valley girl. I'm really into sheet masks right now, and I wanna lose 3 pounds. Cash. Well, I will feed you in a few minutes, I promise. Don't give mommy that look. Needy dog. I know. You're fine, Cash. Outside. Get out. Out. Oh my gosh. They just played and now they want food. Like, the brand that I actually really like a lot is this Tony Moly. You can get them at both Ulta and Sephora's. They're usually kind of like in the checkout area. So I grab these a lot. And this one I've got is the skin purifying one. And then I also got the moisturizing aloe mask. I've used the coconut one I like a lot. The red wine one I like a lot. The avocado one I really liked. I used that the other day. So I kind of just grab these whenever I see them, really, just because they don't always have the same ones. And then I got this one, the Yes to Coconut, the Hydrating Restore. Obviously, you guys know I like to be hydrated. Usually when I wear masks, I take a shower, I exfoliate in the shower, and then I put a mask on, and then I just rub the mask into my skin when I'm done. And sometimes if it's hydrating enough, I'm done for the night. I just call it quits and like go to bed. Sometimes I add a little argan oil, sometimes I add a little moisturizer, depending on kind of how moisturizing the mask itself was. And I haven't tried this. I think this is the Yes to Carrot or something. You know what I'm talking about? The brand that has like the carrot on it. It's that same thing. I got it at Ulta. Ultra Hydrating Mask is pretty much what it is. And it has virgin coconut oil. I definitely am interested to see if I like these. I think they were a little bit cheaper than the other ones, but I'm not quite sure. These masks are actually only $3.75. So that's pretty awesome. The next thing I got, and I've already jumped into it because I don't know if I talked about this on my channel before. I can't remember. So if I did, I'm so sorry. But if not, I'm going to talk about it now because people need to know these things. The Pre-Cleanse by Dermalogica. So this is what I use when I have liner, lashes, tons of foundation. If I'm doing a whole big look, I use this to take my makeup off. I am super picky about like cleansing oils because I hate the oil in your eye residue. Like you wash your face and then you kind of like, I can't see anything because all that oil's in your eye. And then I also hate the fact that most of them I still have to go in with an actual eye makeup remover on a cotton tip and take it out because I like literally do not want anything left. Like some people still can rock like the dark, they kind of like that like inner dark. They're like the inner rim so dark and they're like, oh look, I'm not wearing makeup, but like they still have makeup on left over the next day. Not me. I'm like everything's guts to go. This is what I use. It pumps out and it's like really liquid oil. It's like really liquidy. It's not thick. And then obviously you have it on a little wet face and then you just kind of like foam it off and it just lathers right off and it doesn't leave oily residue. It doesn't leave oil in your eyes. Sometimes if I have to use like 2 or 3 extra pumps, then it will be oily and then I will cleanse normally, which I know is super high maintenance, but I just hate feeling like I've left a lot of makeup on my face when I'm wearing a lot. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, the Josie Maran Whipped Mud Mask. I have a love-hate relationship with Josie Maran on my channel, and I like some of her products. Like, I love her just straight up argan oil. Like, come on, it's perfect. But I hated that BB cream that I had. And I know Jaclyn Hill's been, like, raving about her foundation, so I do want to try that. I just haven't gotten around to trying it. But I needed a mask that was really nice and moisturizing. So I wanted to grab something that was like a mud-based mask. So I ended up grabbing this. It's like really pretty packaging, kind of like a rosy purple gold top. And I've already been in this. This is a little bit older. It goes pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably like 4 uses. But what I love about this, it's so moisturizing. Like, so moisturizing. This is not a exfoliating mask. This is not a mask that sometimes when you put a mask on, you take it off and you feel like you like shed a layer of skin. This is for my girls that are dry, but not flaky dry. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get it? Because if you're flaky dry, you're gonna wanna exfoliate off all that flake first before you moisturize. So you could, if you wanted to be super harsh on your skin, do an exfoliating and then do this afterwards. Because this is very moisturizing. Obviously, it's got a ton of actual argan oil in it. It's not unscented. and it's detoxifying. So it says only like 10 minutes, but who the hell actually listens to that? What I do is I usually put it on when my skin feels dry, but my face is pretty exfoliated. I did an exfoliation mask a day or two before, so I don't have a lot of flakes, because you know, I do have a tendency to get flakes on my nose and a little bit on my chin that just dry up. Just because my skin is turning over skin cells and I'm not exfoliating them off. So they get clogged up and nasty and TMI. I use this at night, and then all I do afterwards, sometimes I just literally take a couple drops of argan oil afterwards and I put it on, because this leaves your skin so soft. And that's what I really like about it. Hydrating it is, but it does still feel like it does what a mask should do, which is kind of like detox and clear out your skin. The Josie Maran Whipped Mud Mask is a win for her. So that's it. Compilation of like some Ulta and some Sephora stuff. Like I said, I'm so sorry I haven't been on my channel more. I really don't like not getting on this channel. Like, this is actually something I do enjoy. Just sometimes life kind of kicks your ass, if you know what I mean. It's so hard to get on here, and I don't want to be fake, but I don't want to be like I said, I do have a lot of really good things happening in life too that I do want to talk about. I'm just not ready to talk about them yet. I'll talk about them very soon on my channel. And I'm trying to stay somewhat active on Snapchat. So if you don't follow me on Snapchat, my Snapchat name's right here. And then also the story on Instagram, I also update that. Hopefully you like this haul video. Give me a thumbs up if you do. Remember to subscribe down below. And I will see you guys soon. All right, guys. Bye.